Hello and welcome to Guilds of Ravnica's pre-release sealed. So just in the live pre-release you're gonna have to choose a guild. I'm gonna choose Dimir. I think it has the best mechanic for limited in Surveil. And before I start, I just want to mention that unlike some other sealed, you want to focus on the lands, because the lands means there's one gate in every pack, and they're gonna dictate whether you can play one guild, which is leaning towards the Dimir, but if you're gonna splash some powerful cards in other colors, like if I get Golgari Guild Gates, I can maybe splash some Golgari cards, for example. So let's see what kind of a pool we're gonna open this time, and move from there. Okay, this is a lot of color combination, but we're gonna sort by them all. So let's first look at our rares. Sort by rarity, and we got 2 land, Watergraven Steam Vents, which is basically guild gates. Sometimes better because you can choose to have them come to play untapped. Sometimes worse because they don't trigger gate matters cards. And Omnispell Adept, a card I'm not too impressed with, because it's hard to make this sheet reliably on mana. I mean, you can cost some 5 drops, but a 3/4 for 5 is not great. I have a Mission Briefing, which is more a constructed card, I would say. I don't think it's unplayable. If you have a critical mass, it can be pretty nice if you can flashback some removal spells. I see we have 2 Deadly Wizards, but it's pretty expensive to cost for 7 mana. I mean, the combination. I mean, of course, Deadly Wizard on its own, it's a very good card. Then we have these, and you always have to look at the possibilities. So this can be an Izzet card, which is this where it's at its best, but it can also be a blue card. But I don't think that the expansion part is great. 2 blue mana, copy and instant resources, convert 1 4 or less. Usually forks are not even that good anyway. Then we have Charnel Troll, which I think is good, but we may splash it or not. It looks more like a card which you really want to build around, because you almost have to have a lot of creatures to play this card. So I'm not too impressed by the rares, to be honest with you. Let's look at the singular colors. This is not great. It's an aggressive card, but the 5 mana cost is sort of a strike against it, because you want to be aggressive. That card is like a Queen's Commission. Luminous Bond is great. Sunhome Stalwart is great. Skyline Scout is fine. And Righteous Blow is serviceable. The only card I could see splashing is Luminous Bond. I don't think Sunhome Stormont, while being a very good card, is not something you want to splash. Let's put up the preview pane. Have it here where it doesn't are in the way too much. Alright, so let's look at blue. Here we have like the Cloud Reader Sphinx. It's harder to cast, but probably Surveil is better than Scribe, because you can dump some Graveyard Matters cards, which could work for the Charnel Troll. Okay, then we have Omnispell Adept, which I don't like. I mean, I guess it's nice with the Deadly Wizards. It makes it into an instant, and it cheats 2 mana. So maybe just for that fact it's playable. We have Capture Spear, which I think is fine. It's like Claustrophobia with Flash. Leapfrog, maybe. Mission Briefing, which I don't think I like. Oh, this is like a Voyage's End. Password Adept, I think is okay. You can see playing 1. I don't want to play 2 mana. I think it's, you don't want to have too many 1 creatures 2, but it is a defensive card that in the late game can get active and do a lot of nice stuff. Nightware Sprite I like. I think you can get enough value for that card. Disdainful Stock I really like in sealed deck. I think it's much better in sealed than in draft, because the format is a little slower and people are going to play their expensive bombs. Thoughtbound Peasant. Yeah, I think we have a lot of Surveil already. We have Nightwell Sprite, We have Watcher in the Mist. We have Unexplained Experience. So yeah, this card is going to be good, I think. Even if you don't trigger too much, it's still an early defensive card, and then you can maybe finish them off with flyers. Okay, black has, as I already pointed out, double Deadly Wizard. Lootlet Giant, not impressed. It's an expensive card, but I don't think even you get paid off that hard. And it doesn't have any evasion. It deals them a point of damage, but then it gives the chunk. Crowl Swarm. I think this has some nice synergy. I think I'm going to end up playing this card just because it works very well with Surveil. Early in the game you can dump it in the grave when you don't need it, and late in the game you can discard like a Pathwall Adept or something and get it back. It is unfortunate you have to discard a creature card, but I think a 4/1/5 for 5, unless I see a lot of ping effects, I think it's going to be good. Dowser of Lights, it's like a Torn Out Wolves. We'll see about our curve. I don't like this card, I think. And this card is, I have 4 of those. I don't really like it, but it is evasion. I can see myself playing 1 maybe. Severed Strands. It's like Bone Splinters. I don't have any nice sack outlet. Shallow Night is usually not good in sealed. No. And I think this card is fine. It's not an early play, but oftentimes creatures end up in the graveyard anyway, possibly by Surveil, and then you can, if you can do this for at least 2, I think it's fine. And Deadweight is great. Barrier Bones. I don't think it's good enough. Okay, this is an aggressive red card. Looks like it fits. Not great. This card is fine. At this point, I have to make these cards a little bit smaller. If we can. Alright. Something like this. Here we go. And yeah, red is just looks like it has too few. You can probably exclude red as a main color. This card looks good. This card looks good. I think I have to look at the strays. I think I have to look at the color situation. This card is great, but it's looking like blue-black is the way to go. We have this insane card. Notion range is great. Fault erasure, which I think is fine because we have a lot of Surveil. Okay, double Goblin Electromancer. Hypsis. We're gonna play Pitiless Gore. I think 2/2 Death Touch for 1 black is a fine card, especially since you trade it off and then you can then Necrotic Boon gets a little bit better. Charnel Troll, we'll see. And I don't like this card too much. I think it's just like Pounds from Ixalan. You don't get a bonus for a creature. I mean, it gets Death Touch, but you don't get any plus, so that's unfortunate. That was Celestin we're not going to play. And yeah, this card is good. And Dimir Locket, sure. And Silent Dart. No, I don't think we have a lot of removal. So as far as we have double Golgari Guildgate. So what green card would we want to splash? Let's remove the white cards because this looks like a blue-black deck. And I don't think any of the mono green cards are good enough to splash. The question is, do we want to splash this card? We only have 9 creatures right now, so that makes the card a lot worse. So it's 4/4 for free with Trample is insane, and if you excel creature card, it gets even bigger. But you have to sacrifice it. But you really want enough creatures for that card, so I don't think it's gonna be good enough. And yeah, this card is good, but can't splash a double green card. So it looks like we're just gonna be blue-black. Let's look at our curve. And Still don't think this card is good enough. Doesn't have any. Don't have any nice creatures to sacrifice. I don't think a Bone Strings is what we want. We have double Deadly Wizard, Deadweight, Necrotic Wound. This card can be a removal spell. You bounce a permanent and then they discard a card. So if they have no cards in their hand, you get to destroy the permanent with the highest converting mana cost. So, yeah. Mission briefing. No, I don't think so. I just don't think so. I don't think I have enough spells. I would like some more creatures. And I suppose I could play one Shadow Knight just to not get overrun in the late game. And I could play one Dowser of Light. I think it's fine to play one of those 4-eyed wolves. And I mean, this card isn't very nice. This card is very good, but I don't think you want to splash this card. Yeah. This card is very bad. I think. Usually isn't worth it. I mean, it has a lot of text, but the mill doesn't matter. 1 damage usually doesn't matter. Gain 1 life doesn't matter. And they discard a card, they get to choose. And I'm not sure I want to play double of those. Maybe it's fine. Maybe it's fine just to have another evasive creature. I don't think this card is good enough. Even though it's cool, but it's like a bad omen speaker. Yes, it's 1 mana cheaper, but you don't get a power and you only get to look at 1 card. And it's not like we have an insane amount of surveil payoffs. We have a 4-bound Phantasm, basically. That's the only thing. I guess Leapfrog could be better than Bardisan Bats. But I don't know. I have to remember that this can be a nombo with this card. If you put it on their largest creature, then you can't use Dispersal because they're just gonna fall off and they're gonna return the card that's put under the capture spear. So it's a thing you have to remember. Not super impressed by this deck. I think the best card in my deck is the Nightveil Predator. So if you can play that and then cast some removal spells, it could be good. I like the fact that we have some card draw in Ocean Ring. And I mean, I can see this deck be good, but I'm always a little bit skeptical. Always a little bit skeptical. This was Snapcaster would be much better. I just don't think this card is good enough. Maybe I'm just wrong. It's cool with this. Decent with this. Decent with this. Nice with this. And too expensive with this. That's my biggest one. I don't think we're gonna get to 7 mana. I think our mana is gonna be great. We're gonna have Watery Grave and Dimir Guildgate. So our mana is gonna be very nice. You get to recast a card and you get to scry too. Maybe it is good enough. I think maybe we can remove one of these bats for that. It's a pretty low bad card, honestly. So let's add Watery Grave and Dimir Guildgate, and I think we can have one more blue than black. I don't want a forest, so add a blue instead. The mode of things we want to have. Because of this. I guess this is a black card, but We have a little bit more early blue. I guess we could go either way. Okay, so I think this is gonna be my deck, and I may cyber out mission briefing after having thought about it. If it underperforms, then I'm gonna probably board it out. It would have been more nice to open this pool in real life, because I think foil mission briefing is gonna be very valuable in real life, but online it's probably not worth a lot, to be honest. It's like probably just a couple of tickets. That's okay. Let's see for round number 1. Yes, hand looks fine. I can spew this off on turn 2, take their bomb, scry, and cast some cards. This card is not looking great, but mainly is there to make my 5-mana removal spell cheaper. It's possible this could be the 4/5 creature instead. Ooh, go guard. Deadweight. Alright, doesn't matter what I cast, because I can't cast mission briefing turn 2 anyway. So I can play whatever I want. Like, this card is much better in sealed, I think. 1/1 Death Touch. Okay, it's good. We could deadweight that, but I think I want to be mana efficient and cast this card. It uses up 1 more mana, and then next turn if I draw a 2-drop I can cast deadweight. Also, maybe they have some insane freedom. Alright, so we have the Night Whale Sprite, which they didn't cast. It's the 1/2 that I really wish I could see the card some way. It is the 1/2 that surveils. I'm a little surprised they didn't cast that card. The Immune Informant, 1 for the Scries too. I'm not too worried about that. Whisper Agent seems like the best card to take. 3/2 flash, then it surveils. The Night Whale Sprite is more of a problem long term, I guess. And I can deadweight any of the cards. So I guess I'm just going to take the card that scries immediately, rather than... So if I then deadweight it... Okay, I think I'm going to take a land here. The difference is that the 3/2, if I kill it with deadweight, my opponent got to surveil once. Whereas if I deadweight the flyer, then they're not gonna get to surveil. Let's see if they play the Dimir Informant or the Night Whale Sprite. I'm gonna kill the Sprite. Okay. So my opponent puts 2 lands in the grave. Okay. Well. So, and I could use deadweight here. I'd rather use it on the Night Whale Sprite, but I'm losing a little bit of tempo here. So if I use deadweight this turn, I'm going to use it on the Death Touch because it trades with my 4/5 or 3/4. The next time I can play the Bat and Scry and trade, and if that doesn't work, I can cast the Sphere. I'm going to deadweight here and get rid of a card that trades for some of my larger creatures. So my opponent has Night Whale Sprite and Unknown. So my plan is to trade my Bat for that and then have just my large 5-drops take over. That's the plan. Let's see if it works. There is land number 5. I want to save my removal spells for cards that I can beat, like some insane bomb. But whereas this card can trade with this. Yes, my opponent gets to scry once. Oh, or not. They didn't want to do that. Okay, so that right now gives -1/-1. So what I'm going to do is attack. I'm fine trading because that means that they didn't get to surveil, and I like trading 3 for 1. Okay, so I could use Necrotic Wound here, but I actually like having a creature go to my graveyard because that makes my Necrotic Wound better. I'm going to play the 4/5. Maybe it gets countered, maybe not. That gets countered, looks like. Okay. So now Necrotic Wound is from -2/-2. Alright, that's an annoying card. May have to use Capture Sphere on that. Or actually I can use Necrotic Wound. I think it's fine if they get one activation though. So I'm gonna cast a Nightwave Predator, because that way if I draw a land I can cast Omnispell Adept and Necrotic Wound at the same time. I think it's fine if they get one. I also want to get this into play while they're tapped out of Counter Magic, because how are they gonna beat this card? Maybe they have some Edict effect. Okay, that is I guess a reason to kill that sooner rather than later, but I think still. This is getting a little bit annoying, my man situation. So if they get to activate that twice, this becomes a 4/4, which means that they still can't attack. I think I'm fine using this. Ooh, I'm gonna keep both of those cards. And then I can attack. I think it's fine. So this is really a mirror. And that becomes a 3/3, but they need 2 more counters to be able to attack. So they milled Spinal Centipede. I guess it makes sense. Okay. That is nice. And they also get to use the Nightwave card. No, they're gonna attack. Wow. They could have just used Surveil. I think I would have used Surveil, but because they don't know the top card. So now I'm gonna attack with this, obviously. And then I think it's time to kill this. I'm gonna use the card that I'm gonna have Capture Sphere ready for something. If this goes out of hand, although it's not gonna do it this turn, or if my opponent plays something large, I can use Capture Sphere. Use Surveil for the first time each turn. This one, okay, that's fine. I'm just gonna take 1 here and cast Omnispell Adept, which then makes me cast Deadly Visit as an instant if I want to. And I think we're okay as long as my opponent doesn't rip a lot of Surveil from the top. I have 3 removal spells, so we should be good unless my opponent Mind Rots me. Okay, Shadow Knight is fine. This is why I don't really like Shadow Knight too much. Ooh. No, I'm gonna attack with this and hold all my instants up. I have Necrotic Wound for 2. I have Deadly Visit, Instant Speed, and I have Capture Sphere. I'm feeling pretty good about this game. The only thing would be annoying if I want to cost one of their own on this card, because I can't target. Okay, so okay, I'm gonna block. I want to get rid of the lifelink. And I can take 2, I don't need to cost anything. Yeah, I think I'm gonna use one of the deadly wizards because I have so many. I'm gonna kill that so it doesn't get out of hand. I mean, at some point it's gonna get big. This also lets me see whale. Yeah, I'm gonna put. Okay, there's the scoop. Fine. Okay, so this is a Dimir mirror. Looks very grindy. I think Child of Night is bad. It just gets blocked by everything. And this is the kind of matchup where we may want something more expensive. Yeah, if this was an instant, it would be more interesting. Maybe this is a better card than Shadow Knight just because it does something when it comes into play. And my opponent had some. I guess they have a Death Toucher. It's not great against that. They have a 3/2. It's not great against that. It's not great against a defender that grows. So maybe this card is bad. If they had showed me their own Capture Sphere, I could be interested in boarding in Severed Strands, but I don't even know if they have that. So maybe not. Can we afford to board out Child of Night? We have a lot of early drops. We only have 11 creatures. Maybe Child of Night is just something that we have to play just to fill it out. It does trade with the Death Toucher. It does trade with the 3/2. So yeah, okay. We're gonna play Child of Night begrudgingly. I think this matchup is going to be very close. I don't play any sick bombs in my deck unless you count Nightveil Predator. So if they have some insane bomb, we could be in trouble. This looks like a decent enough hand. A little expensive, but okay. So they have that card. I guess Shadow Knight is not terrible against that because I gain some life if I attack into it. There's the mana for Nightveil Predator. I'm gonna be able to play Nightveil Predator very often. This deck I have Watery Grave and Dimir Guildgate. So this is the land that taps for every color, but you have to pay 1. So I assume that means they are splashing something, which is not unreasonable. Maybe they're splashing a Golgari card. Unless my opponent has a Mox, I'm not gonna get to Disdainful Stroke this turn. Okay, play Swamp. Maybe I can bluff the 3/2 flash. Not that my opponent's going to do anything about that. Okay, what is this? Oh, yeah, okay. That is a good card, very good card. Hopefully I can stabilize with the Dowser of Lights. They kept the card. If they just pass a turn here, what do they do? I play into their counterspell while not being able to counter myself. Golgari Locket, so it's getting even more likely that they're splashing something. Okay, I think this is much better because I fear they have Disdainful Stroke. And I'm gonna Fault Erasure, and then I can hold up Disdainful Stroke. See, this sacrifices for 4 black, so they're pretty close to sacrificing this, even though they don't have any Golgari mana. So let's see if my read of Disdainful Stroke is correct. It is much easier to read a card when you have it in your hand yourself. But yeah, this is the best card in my deck, so I don't want to get it countered. And this card is looking a little weak, I have to say. But yeah, they are thinking about it. Ooh, they have a Foil Assassin's Trophy, so that destroys anything, and I get to search for a land. I'm not going to take that because it still can't kill the Nightveil Predator. I want to take one of these cards, either the Watcher in the Mist or the City Watch Sphinx. I'm going to take the City Watch Sphinx because I actually want my opponent to cast something next turn, and they're more likely to cast Watcher in the Mist than City Watch Sphinx because they can cast Watcher in the Mist now, but they can't cast the City Watch Sphinx. So I'm gonna take the Sphinx, and yeah, I think that card is fine. So read the bones basically. So now my plan is to counter their flyer and then cast Darcer of Light, which blocks everything, and then, or maybe I will cast a Nightwood Predator. Because the Darcer of Light just gets killed by Assassin's Trophy, but it does give me a land. Okay, so here is the Disdainful Stroke. No scry for you. There is that card. So if I cast Dowser of Lights, they cost Assassin's Trophy, I will get an extra mana, which means I have 7 mana, and then I can cast Nightwood Predator and Ocean Rain. So I'm not afraid of taking a bit of damage. Also, Assassin's Trophy costs 2 mana, so maybe they can't play anything else. Or I could, but that's pretty close to being killed by my Necrotic Wound at least. And here comes Assassin's Trophy. I'm gonna search up for a swamp, I think. Yeah, because I already have blue in my hand. Now it comes to play untapped. Wow, okay, I didn't know that. Still only have 1 creature in my graveyard. So we're gonna have to take 3. And it's getting to the point where I think I have to trade the Nightwood Predator for this. But let's start things by casting Ocean Rain. This also helps me with the Necrotic Wound if I were to put cards in my grave. But I think I'm gonna keep both of these. And which one do I'm gonna draw them both, so it doesn't matter which order. Yeah. So I think there are no unknown cards. So yeah, I could go to 6, but I'm getting a little bit worried here. I'm gonna block. I think the Watcher in the Mist can help me to finish the game. And this makes the Necrotic Wound even better. Okay, so I have 7 mana. So I can go to Mirror Locket into Watcher in the Mist, but I kind of want to kill this. And I'm going to cast Watcher in the Mist. See if there's a Disdainful Stroke. Or something even worse, maybe. Cryptic Command. Okay, so it gets exiled and my opponent gets to shuffle cards back. Okay, it's gonna improve my opponent's deck, I suppose. And that means my Necrotic Wound is weaker, but we still have 2 creatures, so I'm gonna kill this before they get the chance to scry. And yeah, the game continues. Okay, so no cards in hand, so no point in mission briefing a fault erasure. I could mission briefing Disdainful Stroke, but I'm gonna go Island, and if I cast the Locket, I can't mission briefing a Disdainful Stroke, and I may want to do that because I could also mission briefing a Ocean Rain, maybe, but I'm gonna cast Pitiful Gorgon and keep mission briefing ready, and then I can crack the Dimir Locket. some point. Yeah, I think that's good enough to counter this. It's annoying. I'm at 9 and it draws a card. Okay, put this in my graveyard, which is nice. Basically drew 2 cards. We're on even footing now, but I have a Dimir Locket. My opponent has a Golgari Locket. I think I have to trade. Okay, that's not terrible. So that's 7, so I can't afford that. So I'm just going to play Dimir Locket. Day Night with Sprite. And I think I'm a little bit ahead, but this game is tenuous, especially since my opponent shuffled in a lot of powerful cards. Another one. Alright. I can still attack and scry, but... Okay. I always call it scry. It's going to take some time before I get rid of that habit. Okay, so I might as well crack this card. I'll do it before Surveil because, yeah. That's basically a removal spell for the biggest card, or I can use it to scry. I'm gonna attack here and Surveil. I think that's fine. Turns a permanent, highest converted mana cost, and discards a card. I can use deadweight on this too, but the problem is that, yeah, here comes the Locket getting sacrificed. Maybe. This is a reason why this card is probably not so good. You're getting 2 for 1 for no mana. I really like this card. I wish I had one. Okay, so let's start by attacking with this. So use deadweight. The problem with deadweight is that if deadweight sticks around, then I can't cast this because yeah, that card is probably good enough. Because then I can't cast this card if they don't have a cheaper card because I just get their creature back. I think this may be worth to exchange for 4 or 5. I haven't been too impressed by that card. Okay, so there you have a disdainful spook. Alright. Yeah. You got it, man. Alright, now that card's not looking so hot. I have access to the card if I really want to with Discovery. But I don't know. I can take some hits, I think. So if they have, if it's tied, they get to choose. If they cast their own Nightwell Predator, I can't make them return it because they can just choose another one, so they can choose. It's turning into a grindy game. We're down to 14 cards in our graveyard. 14 cards in our deck. Alright. Might as well attack for 2. Graveyard. At some point, I'm gonna get decked if I put too many cards in my graveyard. But alright, I think we have to dead weight that. Right. For 2. It's my graveyard. At this point, my opponent has so many cards in their hand. Maybe I just cast this for getting an extra card. Right. I should have done this pre-combat, obviously. Alright, very nice, very nice. So now I think I use it like this because I want to get the counter on the 4th bound. Phantasm. I don't have capture sphere. Graveyard and top. Still can't attack, but I can attack for 2. I think my opponent doesn't have anything there F6ing and yeah. Okay. We get to bounce creature. Let's cast this pre-combat. And I have enough mana. Yeah, that's good enough. Have a counter spell? No. Maybe they have some middle card. I'm down to 5 cards. Alright. Sadly, I don't get to attack this turn, but next turn. Yeah, I'm dead to a decking spell anyways. Alright. Gonna use unexplained disappearance here to get to able to attack with the fourth-bound fantasy. Yeah, at this point, Shadow Knight has to be. I don't know. I have only 3 cards left in my deck, so let's attack and hope my opponent doesn't have too much. I think my opponent is empty in their hand. I mean, they have the card, the creature, but apart from that, just get that sense, and they are dead to this Past Wall Adept. And I have a removal spell, so unless they have some mill card, things are looking okay. Three black. Hopefully it's just a creature that I bounced. Alright. Thank you for watching round 1. We're gonna go to next one. Alright, round number 2. I think I have to ship this back, even though I have a dead weight. And by the way, I switched out the 3/4 that costs an instant sorcery at instant speed for another Dowser of Lights. Let's see how that works out. Overgrown 2, very nice. This is a very nice curve. I get to go 4th Phantasm into 4th Erasure and hopefully Notion Rain. Notion Rain gets me my cards back. So. And that card again. So they're probably splashing. Alright. And I get to dig for another land. Put a counter and let's see. Alright, so what do we have? We have a Notion Rain, which I can cast, Dimir Informant, which is the 1/4, and then they have that split card, which I need to look at a little bit closer. 1/1 non-death touch or destroy target artifact, creature, enchant. Oh, that card is insane. But I think Notion Rain is the card I want to take here, because they can kill this, but then I have 2 more good threats, so I'm going to take the card advantage card. And scry land to the top. Okay. Because right now I can't even attack with this because it can become a 4/4. Okay, island and Dimir Informant. Okay. That makes sense. So this can give +1/+1 and death touch. I have to remember that. Although it's not that much. It's a cheaper way of doing this, I suppose. So I'm going to definitely cast Notion Rain, digging for lands. Of course, Deadweight is an interesting card, but I think I'm still going to ship both. Even though Deadweight is nice, Deadweight's ability plummets, and this is why I hate Shadow Knight, by the way. I think Shadow Knight is a necessary evil, but it's horrible in this situation. So if I block, they can use Statue. Right. Play a land and cast Shadow Knight. And I can either keep Unexplained Disappearance open or cast a Past Wall Adept. I'll cast Past Wall Adept. They're probably going to use something end of turn. God, Shadow Knight is bad. But this is how I played it. I wanted to go the card advantage route. That's why I took the Notion Rain. Okay, so they're gonna kill something, yeah. Makes sense. They didn't kill this, so interesting. I guess. Huh. Because a blue spell target plate puts the top 2 cards. Okay, so that's a mill card. Hopefully that's not gonna be fast enough. But we'll see. Leapfrog. So get to mill me for 2. Milled Mission Briefing. That's a little unfortunate. But I drew a land. I wish it were an island. But so I could cast Unexplained Disappearance, grow this to a 5/5 and attack. The problem is that then get to mill me for 2 more. And I can just cast Dowser of Lights. And then hopefully trigger this in a more natural way. So the 3-color mill. Ugh, I have double no-show and I ripped it from the top. I think my opponent has drawn incredibly good here. But what can you do? Double no-show, that's gross. Kept the card. They can attack me for 3 points in the air. Okay, there's an island at least. Ooh, I got the Crowdstorm, but I'm still gonna play the Watcher in the Mist, but I have to be a little bit careful. I did get this card back. And they drew. Alright. That's bad. Deadly Wizards. My opponent's draw has been insane. The tap for 4. And this card is not good, right? Can't be good in a 3-color deck. Okay, so they have one more card. Okay, that's not bad. So what I can do now is bounce something and then use the same for sure, but I can't use it on one of these. I think speed is a little bit of the essence here, so I'm going to use Unexplained Spear on this so I can attack with Shallow Knight as well. All the cards in my opponents. Again, they do get to surveil some more, but I think dealing 2 extra, maybe trading off, is worth it. Okay, that's not gonna resolve. They're gonna get to mill me for 2, but and that goes into the graveyard. Yeah. They get to scry 2, but I get to trade off Shallow Knight, which was a dead card. It removes potential double blocks. I'm gonna board out Shallow Knight, by the way. Okay. Land is not great, but hopefully they are empty here. They get one more turn though. But it has to be something very good. Alright. Draw 2. And if they get gates, they get to draw more. I think this card is insanely good, by the way. Alright, draw 2. Well, right. So I want to take out Shallow Knight, and this card seems very good. Again, if they're milling me, I can get it back. And maybe Leapfrog is good enough, it's gonna fly over some amount of the time. Looks like an improvement. This card could be very spicy, and if they mill me a lot, then deal them a lot of damage. So maybe that's better than a Dowser of Lights, actually. Kill them, maybe. I mean, if the game goes long, I can deal them a lot of damage. Yeah. Seems good. This card is also interesting if they're milling me. And what do I have? I have double Golgari Guildgate. Yeah, maybe that's actually better. Yeah, I don't know. Problem is if they mill me, they may mill my green sources. So. Let's go with this for now. Not great, but I can use this to dig on turn 2, so we'll run with this. And there's a lamb. I wish I'd mill this instead, but you can't get everything. Wolf missed, okay. So do I want to cast this card? I want to land. Yeah, I'm gonna cast that. And can't cast Pitiless Gorgon, but I will take a 4th erasure. It's just another disruption / scry effect. So. Alright, Notion Rain. So I mill the swamp. Disdainful Stroke. I think I can wait on that. I want to hit the land. Maybe I don't even need to. Okay, so I have Disdainful Stroke, Capture Sphere, and Unexplained Disappearance. I think I'm going to take Disdainful Stroke, and that way they are dead to my Nightfield Predator. I mean, they have no answers to my Nightfield Predator. I mean, they have 2 removal spells. So I'm going to take the Disdainful Stroke, and I think 4th erasure is fine here. It does eventually get me there. Island. Okay. That's unfortunate. Just as I said that there was nothing they could do that I couldn't deal with later, they just cast that card. Had it on top. I guess I kept it. Alright. Leave from. Okay, so I have to return this and I can discard the leapfrog, I guess. If I can stabilize, then I have more cards in my hand and my opponent. They're gonna get to refill with the Dimir Locket, but I have to cast this because my opponent has 2 removal. I mean, Explains Disappearance is not a removal spell, but so I can't cast Crawl Swarm because it just gets killed off. Okay, I think I'm trading here. Okay, so they didn't crack the Dimir Locket main phase. Okay, land, and do I want to tap out of Disdainful Stroke? If I cast Crawl Swarm, it just gets targeted with Capture Sphere, so I think I'm gonna just pass the turn here. And either counter something or crack the Locket. Yeah. The lockets are good. Really good. That was a card I didn't want him to have, but here we are. So they milled Dimir Gilgate to play a land. Oh, God. It's the worst card every time. Crack this. And it's possible I could set up something with this card and the Notion, whatever it's called. Then, but I have to get rid of the Defender. Okay, let's play a land and can play the Bat. Yeah, they can like do whatever, but alright. Capture sphere on that. I could counter it, but do I care? See what gets milled first. I don't think I care. I'm gonna use this on that. Mill that. Alright. I have 3 creatures in my graveyard, by the way, if I were to draw something with which matters for that. Okay, that's fine. Oh, that was my Lofflet Giant. That was bad. I think if my opponent didn't have this card, I would win this game. But okay. Play land and let's Crow Swarm. Pass the turn. This time I have to counter it because can bring in the Severed Strands probably, or the 3/3 that sacrifices. Okay. I have a couple of turns, but I don't have too many turns. And if they have an instant resource, I can kill the Leapfrog. Cost the Bat. And Phantasm. And Notion Rain would be very bad because that draws them into more. Okay, that also is bad. It draws them 2 cards. But they only have 1 gate, I guess. This is a Ravnica land, so I guess it wasn't that bad. But it milled me for 2. Okay. Technically, they could be dead next turn, but I think something's gonna happen here. Something's gonna happen. Maybe I shouldn't have played this in case I kill this card. Yeah, that was a punt. Shouldn't have played this. Oh, God, I'm too slow. I'm just too slow right now. I'm too slow. I didn't realize they were... I wasn't fast enough, basically. Yeah, we're dead. Yeah. I just don't think that mill 2 card is good enough. It can't be good against aggressive deck. And it almost didn't kill me first game. It's really annoying. Really annoying. So I think this card is good enough. Because I have the double card. Also, I'm gonna put in this Necrolisk. And I think this card may be too slow. Yeah, maybe not then. I think that's... Yeah, this seems fine. Alright, I'm gonna be on the draw because this is a super grindy matchup. So let's hope they don't have the mill 2. Well, missed, okay. What was the middle 2? Okay. Well, that card is going to be very good. But we can maybe kill it next turn. Guess would have been better to be on the play this game. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we're not winning this game. Oh, okay. Guild gate and suppose my only chance is to have this work. Somehow I think this is not going to work. I think my opponent's going to freeze down my flyer end of turn. But I didn't see this game 1, so I think it was good to be on the draw because does this work like Gonti, by the way, that they can cast it forever, maybe. Maybe it works that way. In that case, I'm just mission briefing. And deadly visit. Alright, we're done here. We're gonna play round number 3. It's better than just sitting here and losing. And gives me the winner GG. My opponent have no class whatsoever.